Rock takes a break from politics.
Are you happy with the state of America?
Well, that answer is no. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no.
What does that saying go again? There's 3 major things that you never bring up in a conversation. What is it? Religion, finances, and then the other one is politics. The Rock is a $1 million celebrity. I don't even know why he'd even want to jump in this kind of thing to even do politics. Politics are so divisive. As a matter of fact, politics are so divisive, you'll even see it on dating sites. They're literally like, you'll go on Tinder and it'll say, if you voted for this person, swipe left. Because this is the biggest danger of politics, right? You end up voting for the wrong person, or that person ends up doing something crazy. People look at you and that one vote that you used and act like you're the cause of the blame. Like somehow you're able to predict the future.
So let's read between the line here, guys. The Rock is voting for Trump. I mean, that's my takeaway from this. He's like, I will not be doing that again, talking about endorsing Biden.
Yeah.
So then what does that leave? Not voting, which you could very well do.
Yeah.
Or voting for Trump. What else is there? Now, look, The Rock, to me, he's kind of apolitical. He's never really taken too much of a
political side.
Right.
Nor does he really need to, if you think about it. It's not going to affect him.
Well, first of all, he shouldn't, because it'd be like, why would he take a chance at dividing his audience or lose
a good majority of his audience? I think the biggest Rock fans are people that grew up with him during the wrestling age. So you have a lot of millennials.
Yep.
And then you have a lot of the older folks that probably used to watch wrestling with their kids. And then, you know, you have some of the people that just like him from movies.
Yep.
So I assume there's probably like a lot of soccer moms.
Soccer moms, Gen Z.
Yeah. Well, if you grew up watching wrestling, that you're either going to be a late Gen Z or you're going to be a millennial.
Well, I'm hip, but wrestling's still going on right now. He's still wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
But,
okay,
I mean, you know, they're all like kids now.
Yeah.
Or not kids, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let me be honest. Like you just mentioned, The Rock's support crosses every political line.
Yeah.
Republican, Democratic, other, right? So the man has 370 something million followers on IG. Yeah. If not more. So he's a major household
He's an
name.
icon at this point.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
So literally anything he can do to avoid politics is probably best. So when he even said this, when he even endorsed Biden, he made a video.
Yeah.
And in the video, he says he is a registered independent and a centrist.
Yeah.
AKA, he's not going to let y'all know which side he's really taking. Or maybe he's really...
Or AKA, you're not going to mess up my money.
Exactly. So I was surprised he even endorsed Biden to begin with. And now, I was watching a different podcast, and the person on that podcast said that they think part of the reason why he might be backtracking from Biden is because he's now apparently a board member for UFC or the parent company. And if y'all know anything about UFC's fan base, I wouldn't necessarily say they're Biden supporters, to say the least. So maybe he's doing that to appease or to assuade that new group he's in. But
I honestly think that like him endorsing Biden to me was always something that like maybe his agency reached out to him and was like, oh, hey, do this. Or maybe Biden himself reached out to him, because, you know, a lot of political candidates do that. They get celebrities. I know celebrities have a lot of pull. Who has more pull than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Yeah, not many.
You know, he's a big celebrity. He's probably as big as you can go. So he was like, people are on the fence. Yeah. Endorse me. Throw you a little kickback. His publicists were probably like, yeah, this is going to look really good. People really hate Trump. So,
because it's easy to denounce Trump then.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. So I guess that does make sense.
Yeah. Because back then he was like enemy number one. Yeah. Now he's like,
yeah.
If you even bring up his name now, like before it was like this. You brought up his name, people were like,
yeah.
You bring up his name, people are like,
yeah. All the ones that didn't like him before kind of just stay quiet now.
My barbershop is real quiet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people too who were silently voting for him before that are now no longer afraid to vote for him.
Yeah.
So again, we're apolitical here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't care, man. I've always been independent, and for the reason why I just spoke, number one is divisive, and then number two, whenever you side with whoever you decide to side with, they do something wrong. People like it's like these parties are gangs to me. That's how I see it.
They are. It's
like you can't, if you disagree with your party for 2 seconds, automatically you're not that party.
Right.
If I'm a Democrat so if I'm a Republican and I say I believe in women have the choice of their body, then people are looking at me like, you're not a real Republican, you're a Democrat. And if I'm a Democrat and I say, oh, well, I don't think If I'm a Democrat and I say, well, I believe that we should be able to carry around open arms, then people are like, well, you're not a real Democrat. So each party is willing to revoke my card for the smallest of things. Why do I want to be a part of a party that does that? I'm good. I'd rather be independent and vote based on what I believe. So if this mayor is Republican or Democrat, he has a good policy that I like, I'm going to vote based on the policy. I'm not going to vote on just because I happen to be one party my entire life. I think that's dumb.
Oh, it's very stupid.
So
very stupid. Most people don't even pay attention to the policies that their preferred candidate is even
at all. Most people pay attention to the fake ads that they run. They're like, this person was evil.
Oh,
they
so
did
stupid.
such it's so
stupid.
fake.
It's so stupid. Actually, it kind of makes my stomach hurt now whenever I watch stuff, because really all this is now is a popularity contest. I've even heard very, very intelligent people say things like, you know, he doesn't have presidential presence or something like that. For example, Ron DeSantis, and again, I don't want to get too political here, but Ron DeSantis, like him or hate him, he is a doer. He gets things done.
Yeah.
He's a policy nerd.
Yeah.
So why would you not? And again, I'm not saying I endorsed him. I'm just saying that mode of getting things done, I appreciate.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say, oh, he's not a good presidential candidate because he doesn't have presidential
like
presence,
some like who cares?
I'm like, dude, I want somebody to get something done. Like, not someone's gonna speak well.
Listen, I agree. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna dislike someone, dislike them based on their policy,
right.
Like their personalities. You don't know what their real personality.
You really
is.
don't.
You really don't.
Well, that's a Trump. You know his personality. That's who he is.
You can't. Trump can't hide his personality.
Can't hide that at all.
Because I'm like, okay, if you work somewhere, right? Do you know how your manager really feels? Do you know how your manager really acts? You don't.
For the most part.
But you don't care as long as they do the job. It's the same thing.
Because you might work for somebody who might go home and smoke crack. That's crazy. I don't know. Who knows?
Listen, if they can smoke crack and show up to work on time, shout out to them. They got a powerful mind.
Yeah, as long as they're not like a pilot or a doctor or anything like that.
Lord.
Yeah, okay.
Could you imagine that?
I don't know.
Like they operated on you being a crackhead?
You know, what if they're like the best gifted surgeon in the country? But they're crack. I'm saying, what if they were and they're a crackhead also?
Then I wonder what they're really taking. It might not be crack.
Might be a limitless pill.
Adderall.
Oh, might be Adderall.
So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good decision. He's decided to close his mouth on these situations because of all the situations The Rock can speak on, there's more important stuff than politics, man. So just stay out of it.
The last thing I'll say is that the same podcast I was watching, they were having a debate about what celebrities could be the type that could unify people.
Ooh.
And they were giving out names. And Rock is at the top of the list.
Yeah, I'll put that. Rock, Will Smith before the slap.
Definitely before the slap.
Before the slap.
Yep. They said Tom Brady on there, although he's Republican, kind of.
I mean, I just wouldn't. Tom Brady's known, but I don't think he's got that. I don't know. When I think of like celebrity people who are really unifying, I think of people like all across. You know, Tom Brady, his name is known, but like for people who don't watch sports, is it going to carry the same weight?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I say people like Will Smith, The Rock, because there's people that everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know,
I see what
like
you mean.
it's hard to. I don't know any person that's like, I've never seen a Will Smith movie. I know people that live in different countries and have seen a Will Smith movie.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. All right.
So who else they said? They said The Rock.
One person said Adam Sandler. That's like
I could see that. I like Adam Sandler. He's cool. He's funny. He's like a dude's dude. He's just funny.
He could definitely do it. They said names like Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. I
don't think Elon Musk could do it.
I don't think Elon Musk. He's too. People have strong opinions about him.
Yeah.
What about Joe Rogan? What do you think?
I think people put Joe Rogan in the right category, even though he's independent, because
actually he voted left for a while. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean that's why I say he's independent.
Yeah,
he kind of votes based on like I said, policy. He votes based on policy. But I think a lot of people put him on the right category because now a lot of his points are directed towards the left.
Oh yeah.
So that's why people put him on the right. But like, yeah, I think he does have power to sway people if they're open to listening. If they're open to listening. If they're not open to listening and they're only looking at the few points that he has towards the left, then no. But if they're open to listening, I think people will be like, yeah, I think it'll be cool.
I agree. Yeah, and that's the thing. The last point is that open to listening part really gets me because the last thing I saw on The View, they reviewed.
The View is cooked, bro. They're done.
They're definitely done. The audience, they said, "Oh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson." Woo! They played the clip about what he said.
Yeah.
Right after the clip, boo! I'm like, these people are just. This is so stupid. So dumb.
Bro, you gotta think about who the View is. Bro.
I know. Yeah, I have no opinion on the View. It's like, nah, the View is trash. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, bro, I think their ratings have been in the dumpster fire for forever now, because it's so predictable. It's so predictable what you're gonna see on the View.
Yeah, I know.
Not only that, but they have the most. They try to be like the most politically friendly on the View, but they're so extreme to the point where I think it just draws people away because it's not even realistic.
I take your word for it. I'm sure that's how it is. I've seen clips of the View. I'm sure you haven't watched the full episode.
No.
Or maybe, I don't know. I don't think I have, but.
No. I think my grandma watches The View.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure like 99% of the audience has to be.
I mean, it's a daytime show. If you're working, how you gonna watch a daytime show?
Oh, that's facts.
Unless you're I mean, listen, you could be working from home and watching it, but yeah, I guess. Yeah. But even that, how many people are working from home now? So, if you think The Rock made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think The Rock made a bad decision, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, stay out of politics.